birds now.
We like birds. I like birds a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Technically Difficult Podcasts of Curse of Strahd campaign, guys. Appreciate y'all stopping by, hanging out. Welcome to the show. This is only episode 4, guys. Do you realize that?
Yeah.
You really got to pick up the pace. I was looking the other day. I was like, did we miss one somewhere? Was there an episode missing? Nope. It's only episode 4.
Well, our original pace was 1 a month, and let's see, August, September, October, November.
So we're on pace.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Mad Wolf Gaming. I play Drakmir, the Minotaur cleric. I don't know what that was.
My brain.
I have been out for... Ooh.
God.
Is that me? Or is that Thorn playing again?
No, it's a technically difficult podcast.
Thorn's over there smiling, and he's like, "It's
Is
not
somebody trying to
me."
watch the stream?
No, it's in my right ear.
Is that me? Hello?
It might be.
Ow.
Is that your phone tap?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm scared now.
Yeah, I've been out for a little while, guys, trying to get over some kind of a sickness, but we're back. We wouldn't have a show if it wasn't technically difficult. Okay,
Very true.
So that's where we got here. Tonight we are also featured by our wonderful dwarf barbarian, Bragdorn, played by Axe.
Hi. Yeah.
There it is again.
God. It's gonna kill me.
I'm not touching anything.
My hands are here.
We're gonna go a whole show with their hands up today. That was less
Wait a
painful.
second.
No.
Nah.
No. I've got magnets in here, but they're far enough away. I'll put them even farther away.
Interesting. We've got our
Yeah, that might be me. The magnets are for this. Check it.
That's it.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
it.
That's it. Stop it. Throw them away. Send them off.
Let me get them as far away as possible.
We've got what is that? A Simic hybrid rogue played by Thorn,
Bless
named
you.
Gaiagan. How you been, Thorn?
Well, yeah, I've been. That I've been. So,
It's been that good of a night, I guess, huh?
did a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, however long it was.
We have our Goblin Warlock, Yeast,
Hi.
played by Jarl.
Oh God, I know why I'm having.
Hi.
Did you figure it out?
Yeah, I did because I'm a dumbass.
That's a well-established fact, yes.
Now,
I was about to say, you'll get no argument here.
I'm still a dumbass. I'm just trying to be less of one.
Aren't we
I'm
all?
getting a degree so I can officially be a
Ow.
smartass.
There you go.
No.
And then we have our DM played by Taprak Bang.
Hello.
Lively bunch tonight, guys. I tell you what.
Hey, it's cold. I start hibernating in the cold, all right?
It is cold. I think it just hit 60 something.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
Guys, if you haven't figured out by now, we've got a very wide range of people playing it everywhere. Tap and myself are in Ohio. Slightly different parts of Ohio, but within driving distance. We got Thorn in Wisconsin, where it's always cold.
Don't fucking remind me, man.
Jarl, you're in what, Kansas?
I'm in Missouri, where
Missouri?
the weather is on Monday it's sunny, Tuesday it's snowy, Wednesday's Armageddon, and Saturday's looking beautiful.
And then you got
Missouri.
Axe in Arizona.
Shut
Bastard.
up, Axe. We don't need to hear about it. We don't need to hear.
All right.
Was it you actually the other day we were talking about the weather? You're like, man, it's so cold out here. It's like 70 degrees.
Yeah, we all
Yeah.
wanted to shoot you
My
for it.
camera's doing that thing again. Jeez. God, I look like a giant tomato with hair. Freaking bearded tomato.
Yep. All right. So last time we left off of this thing, we were in a house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hunting
So
for
that-
parents.
So that everyone. Oh, see, it's flipped around.
It's 57.
Hold on.
Yeah, give me a second.
Oh, now we're sharing.
34
I
currently.
will trade you, Thorn. I'll
Currently
trade you. I
34.
love winter.
Not as bad as yesterday.
No, I mean,
Yesterday was like
I'm
16.
okay with winter. My issue is that we have probably about 6 or 7 inches of snow on the ground, and it's the fucking second week of November.
Yeah, I will
That's
trade
like
you.
way too
Straight up.
early. Okay. It's backwards, but that's a 22.
Yeah.
It's backwards.
Yeah, it's Z, as in so freaking cold that I should be asleep right now for the winter. I should be hibernating.
Yeah. So that my high for tomorrow is 74. My low is 43. And the only time it's gonna get 43 is gonna be like at 2 o'clock in the freaking morning.
For like 2 minutes.
If I could throw a brick at you, I would. But I have noodle arms, so they can't throw that far.
All right, so I did my best to brush up whatever, prepare for this. There's, as you guys remember, there's just so much information in this module everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So as always, I'm gonna try to keep the narrative up. So what I did, like right after our last session, I prepared straight like everything for this area, and then kind of back and forth, and then I brushed up the past couple of days. So hopefully this will still be a decent narrative, but just all things considered, I have at least have all the information in front of me, whether I have to remember it or I just have to read it. All right, maybe that's not me.
Anyone else got magnets anywhere?
No.
I don't know. We had a good run there for a while, though.
We did.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm
What
checking.
was the map we were on? Children's house. There it is.
Widow's Court.
What?
What?
Huh?
Is this
The
this
map.
gonna mess things up if I do this?
Do what?
Okay, no. Give
No.
me just a second. I'm gonna shuffle some things just in case it is me. Give me like 20 seconds here.
All right. Ooh. Magnets are bad, MK.
I'm a brain.
Ow!
I'm a brain. When he comes back, I'll come back.
That's like opening up Modern Warfare and leaving it at full volume.
Speaking of which, did you see the update on that?
I did not. I see they
All
buffed the
videos-
shotgun.
All the videos in the they nerfed the shotgun, but all the videos in the game.
I heard they
actually
buffed
run
the shotgun.
smoother. No, they nerfed it. They nerfed it.
They need to nerf that fucking thing. Jesus.
But there's new maps.
Are there flamethrowers?
Is there more than the shot house?
Yeah. And if you have the game through the BattleNet, the Blizzard app,
Mhm.
before it would not recognize it in the NVIDIA for the ray tracing. And now they've made it to where the ray tracing is actually applicable on it.
On what? Say that again, because it's never worked for me.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
so
that's the point.
if
They
you
just
have,
fixed it so that it will ray trace now.
yeah. So if you
So Call of
have,
Duty.
yeah, Modern Warfare. If you have the game through the Blizzard, the BattleNet, if you purchase a game through BattleNet,
Oh, so this is a Call of Duty
Before.
specific thing.
Yeah.
before
Oh,
it would not recognize the game in the NVIDIA app, so then it couldn't optimize it to allow it for ray tracing.
Which card are you running, X? Or I mean, Tap.
No, so
Yes.
most games, if not all of them, require DirectX 12 for ray tracing. And anytime I ever boot up a game in DirectX 12, it crashes. And that was on my last PC
So
build and this
But
new
ray
one.
Ray
tracing
tracing
is
is
just on the new
the 2080s or the 1600s.
Yeah, the new series of Nvidia cards.
Yeah, I have a 2080 Ti.
Then you should be good.
Shut
Yeah,
your
I should be.
face.
Wish I could
Why
drop
should
the
it
money
be,
on that.
Yeah.
Nice.
You want to buy me a 2070? I mean,
I'll pay for
But
2080.
that's
I'm
the
not-
thing,
I
though.
just wanna
That's
be greedy.
frustrating. Is I have this thing, and it's like it doesn't do what they have been advertising for like 2 years, and it's like, yeah, I can't figure out. And I look at
Is it a
forums
2080
and
Ti
stuff,
or a 1080 Ti?
2080 Ti. And then my last video card was a 1080, not Ti, but a 1080, and that one, it never worked on either. So like anytime I boot up a game, within seconds it'll crash if it's in the X12, and it's like I've had a fresh install and everything. So I don't know.
Well, we'll
Either
have to
way.
dig into that later on.
Yeah. Either way. So yeah, let's see, where were we?
Children's
The
house.
house. So yeah, so you guys were on the road out of town, and you guys have Irina in tow to try to deliver her to safety. At least that's what you've been contracted to do by her brother. And you guys came across some kids in the road on your way out of town, and they said that there was a monster in their house. Their parents went down to take care of it, and they haven't come back up. The kids are very hungry, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. They went into the house. You guys followed them after a bit, and you walk into the house, and you haven't really seen anybody yet. So once you guys went in the house, it's everybody seemed to kind of disappear. Remind me, because I have a couple campaigns going. Her brother is Mark. Where was the last that we left off with him? Do you guys remember?
I don't believe he came in the house with us. I know she ran into the house,
And promptly disappeared.
and then we followed and are searching, and that was the last I remember from him.
Yeah. So
Okay.
pretty sure he's just outside, just standing.
We'll cross that bridge in a little bit. All right. So right now you guys are on the first floor. You guys should be able to see the map still. Yeah. All right. I see
Yeah.
you got it. Okay. So you went through. You have the entryway. Everything's like, it seems like it's been lived in recently. None of the lamps or lights were on. I can't remember if you guys lit them or not. But other than that, though, other than like the oil lamps on the walls and stuff being unlit, everything else is very pretty tidy, and looks like it is lived in, regardless of the no one else being home at the moment. So you guys you're just kind of exploring things right now. You have you've seen the main hall here with the staircase over there, and then that building. Let's see. I'm pretty sure north is to the left of this, which is kind of freaking weird. But anyway, so that building to the west, or on the bottom of your map, that was kind of like a den. Really, it had a nice hearth with animal heads, mostly wolves, were mounted on the wall, and then there were a couple stuffed wolves on the edges. You guys of the room. You guys found a couple cabinets, and I'm pretty sure you searched those. And then you guys are kind of, like I said, you guys are kind of making your way through the first floor again, kind of methodically going through, searching everything. So right now, we have Drakmir, who's in the pantry, in the kitchen, and you guys, he discovered down at the bottom of the kitchen there, the bottom right, kind of next to the staircase, was a little kind of dumbwaiter thing.
How big is that little dumbwaiter thing? Is it
No.
goblin sized?
Let's see here. So, it's actually
If I fits, I
it's
sits.
it's a 2 foot wide. It's 2 foot, like a 2 foot cube. So you got 2 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet.
Let's see, how tall am I? Let's see this. Notes.
It's okay. I have a hammer.
I'm 3'2". Someone break my legs.
Well, I'm assuming if you're 3'2", I mean, you could try to squeeze, right?
Yeah, I think I could do that. Tuck in there and
It's-
up I go, or down I go, whichever way I go.
So that's up to you.
Yes.
And then Gyagan and no, Gyagan is at the door to another room
Okay.
there. And
Try-
then who is that? That just so you guys went into that room and pretty sure you found some
There.
coats or something in there.
Oh yeah, here. Yeah, I think I put one
Yeah.
on as like a sort of cape.
Yes, yeah.
So,
And it was huge. It was big on you.
oh yeah.
I remember that.
So I'm fancily coming into the kitchen and attempting to shove myself into the dumbwaiter.
You might have to take the coat off, but
Oh, fine. I will fold up the coat and put it on this table here.
okay.
I'll go back and try and shove myself into the dumbwaiter.
Enter drawing mode. What can I do with this? Maybe I can draw markers and stuff.
Ooh.
Let's see. Oh, wrong side. Nope.
Huh?
Forget that. I'm not gonna do it. Okay, anyways. So you're trying to squeeze into the dumbwaiter, right?
C.
Okay. In the dumbwaiter there are 2 little buttons in the dumbwaiter.
Oh, in it itself.
Face. Yes.
Ooh. I'm just gonna.
There were also
Are they
2
like
on the
one
wall.
above the other, or are they like next to each other? Or...
There's like a little, think of like a light switch panel, but maybe not from like, lows. It's
Yeah.
like a wooden little panel with a couple buttons on there.
Okay.
And there were 2 on the similar panel right outside the dumbwaiter on the wall as well.
Okay. Considering I'm all squished in here, I'm just gonna turn to Drakmir and be like, push the button. It must be done.
All right, so I push the button.
Anything happen?
Oh,
Yeah, so it kind of shudders for a second, and then you hear kind of the scraping of like stone, and kind of squeaking of gears, and you actually let's see.
He's
Oh,
gonna get
wow.
eaten.
Yeah,
Am I gonna go up or down?
you're going
Wait.
up.
I'm going up.
You're going
Yes.
up.
I am ascending, mortals. I will see you all in the other life.
That's exactly where you're headed to.
Probably. I'll survive. I'm a scrappy little goblin.
Okay,
You
so
scrappy.
you may have to zoom out a little bit, but you end up over here.
Yep.
In it's a small bedroom. It's got two little twin-sized beds in there and a couple foot lockers, and that's about it. But they're kind of like lower end stuff, straw mattresses. It's not like nice, feather pillows and mattresses and stuff. It's just kind of lower end. And again, at the foot of each bed is an empty foot locker.
Oh, they're both
With
in.
the lids are open and they're
Aw.
empty. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm going back in my elevator.
Hey guys, I gotta take a quick AFK. I'm sorry.
All good.
Don't worry, Yeast's elevator adventure might take a minute. Or not at all, it depends on what he finds.
So there's
Well.
a couple of doors.
Yeah. I guess I will open the door that is to my left.
Okay. Whoops, that opened up a bunch of stuff. So you open that up, and there are a few obvious servant uniforms and stuff hanging up, in the closet, and really not much else. Maybe
Oh, I can't see what opened up there. Aha. Cool.
Yay.
and then there's like a little on the north wall or the farthest wall from you there
Mhm.
is there'd be like a shelf as well with it's got like a couple tattered gloves and a couple rags and stuff like that, but nothing really of note.
So clearly this was the room of someone of low class.
Yes, it would appear to be that way.
Hmm. I'm gonna open the other door. I gotta find the nice things. I'm no longer shackled by the constraints of a war camp. I can be fancy now. And with fanciness comes knowledge. Because every human place we've raided, all of the books have been in the fancy places.
He's not wrong.
Bam.
So before you proceed on, let me ask. So Bragg, Dorn, Drakmir, what are you guys up to?
I'm making sure I'm not hearing any screams coming from the dumbwaiter.
Okay. So you're kind of waiting. You know, you're like something bad's happening. You have no one here, like.
That little shit's gonna get himself into trouble now.
I will say it's pretty obvious. You do see the dumbwaiter went up, so you do know that much.
So we went
with sharks
upstairs.
anyway.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna
just
open the door.
just for the sake of things here, I don't really want to step on Thorn's toes, but I will take a bit of DM liberty here and say he wants to explore this room in front of him.
As long as he doesn't die.
And I was gonna say, and he dies. So,
And he
no,
explodes.
so he opens the door to this room, and it's quite obviously a dining room. It's got another fairly ornate hearth there to the north, on the north side, and it's interesting because the table is set like it's ready for dinner. It's got everything is in place, the silverware and they're actually nice. I don't know what you call them in Barovia, but like china, dishes and stuff. Let me get back over here. There it is. So, yeah, and the table itself is a really nice carved mahogany table. And all the chairs are like overstuffed, high backed chairs, and a crystal chandelier hangs down above the table. So everything is really elegant. And you would assume that all these, the crystalware and the chandelier and everything would probably be pretty dazzling if the lights were on. But again, all the oil lamps and stuff are unlit. It looks like the wall paneling in here is carved with really nice ornate like gold filigree that looks kind of like images of deer in the trees and stuff. So like I said, everything's really upscale kind of to do.
Deer.
Yes. So that's what's in that room. And now, without further ado, you all take it away. Tell me what you want to do. Move him back out here.
I guess I'm gonna send that door leads exactly for west. I'm gonna climb some stairs.
Yeah, it sounds like a
All right.
plan.
All right, so you'll have to scroll over to your right there a little bit. And you can go ahead and put yourself at the top of that staircase. And so you guys will meet up with Yeast then. He's kind of at the top of the stairs already.
Okay, since I hear some footsteps coming up the stairway, I'm just gonna kick the door open and just walk out here and be like, I did not die.
Give me a strength check.
Okay. I might die. Oh god, I'm gonna remember how to do everything. Strength check. Little
I really
dice
hope it
thing.
fails so I can kick this door the other way.
How do I double click it? Oh, there we go.
Oh yes.
Yay!
You go to like Spartan kick the door, and it's almost like the door pushed back. You just fall back
Ah.
on your ass, and it didn't really work. The other 2, 3 of you hear like a loud thud on the door to your right.
All
My
right.
foot.
It's
And
time
then
to
you
kick
hear
the
yeast
door in.
whining. So you figure it's yeast. Yeah, alright, so you kick the door open the other way. Wait, that's what you were trying to do, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
alright.
jump in there with both hand axes, looking for something to kill because apparently it hurt his foot.
Okay, so you kick the door and it swings open to the left towards the service closet, and it actually knocks it off one hinge, just like hanging there. And Yeast is still kind of on his back, recovering from his failed attempt to kick the door open.
Where is
Hello.
it?
It went down the dumbwaiter. What are we talking about?
Whatever hurt you?
Oh, that was the door.
Revenge achieved.
You see, I attempted to kick it and forgot. I have sticks for legs.
Hey, Mad,
Yeah.
are you alive? You okay?
Yeah. I'm good.
Good. Okay, so now you guys you get your bearings a little bit, and you start to notice the room you're in. It's fairly similar to the one just below you. It's another decent sized hall that you're in. Again, there are unlit oil lamps that are mounted on the walls. Hanging above the mantelpiece of that hearth that's on the other end opposite of you is a wood framed portrait of the family that lived in this house. And so it's a picture of a man, a woman, and the two children that you recognize from outside. But cradled in the father's arms is a swaddled babe. And let's see, give me a perception. And or everybody, whoever feels like be.
Yeah, yeah.
I am garbage today.
Bragdorn, you actually kind of studying the painting a little bit more closely, and you notice that the the father's cradling the baby in his arms, but the mother is actually kind of looking down it almost looks like she's looking down with a little bit of smug, like scorn towards the baby that he's holding. So on that, there are standing suits of armor that flank wooden doors in the east and west walls. Um, each suit of armor, they're holding a spear, and they have helms on that are shaped like wolves' heads. And then
Do they look like they'll fit a Minotaur's head?
sorry,
So do they look like they'll fit a Minotaur's head?
they're a little bit too small for you. Sorry.
I was just thinking they love wolves so much they'd make an elf proud.
So as you guys are kind of looking around, you see the doors, including the one that you kicked open, are also ornately carved, and it looks like they are carved with children that are dancing. And it kind of seems, again, everything's very like script ornate kind of font, so it's all kind of interwoven and stuff. But yeah, it looks like they're on the doors are carved children that are dancing.
So let's go to this door here.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. You go to swing this door open. And there we go. The door creaks open, and it actually looks fairly like it'd be kind of I don't know, cozy study a little bit. There's another hearth there in the on the wall to your left. A couple big overstuffed chairs next to it, but then there's a desk straight ahead of you with another chair behind it. Um, red velvet drapes cover the windows of the room, and the desk is again an exquisite mahogany desk. And it has its own. The chair behind it is its own matching high back chair, and it seems like it's facing you as almost as if it was like prepared for you guys to walk in. Above the fireplace hangs a framed picture of a windmill perched atop a rocky crag. And then in the corners of the room, there are two. No, we already said that with the overstuffed chairs. Floor to ceiling bookshelves line the south wall, and with, of course, the classic rolling wooden ladder to reach your higher.
I pick up yeast, put him on the ladder, and push it.
No
All right, sorry about that, guys.
It's okay.
worries.
I'm being pushed.
So all you missed was you discovered a dining room, and then you guys went upstairs. And all you've really seen upstairs, other than the servants' quarters that you tumbled into, right now you guys just opened the door to a library. There's a desk sitting right in front of you on the opposite wall, and then on the right where Yeast is bookshelves, the floor-to-ceiling bookshelves.
Endless knowledge.
The desk in front of you, you can't really tell right when you walk in, but it does have several items on it, including like an oil lamp, a jar of ink, and a quill pen, and a tinderbox, and stuff like that. There's a red wax candle sitting there that is not burning at the moment. That's pretty much what you see.
Okay. I want to search these books for some form of important looking knowledge. Now, seeing as I have had very little time and only read one book halfway through before eating it, I don't know what's important, so I'm going to leave that up to you.
I'm gonna
Okay.
search the desk.
Okay. Give
However-
me 1 second. I gotta clear some old pages here.
Do note that I can read every language that is written. One of the invocations I took was Eyes of the Runekeeper, so I can read everything.
Shit, it got
You
me.
can
Now
read
we're
it,
really
but do you
screwed.
understand it?
Well, that's why I'm reading it, so I may learn. In short,
Okay.
the answer is no, not at the moment, but eventually. If I live long enough.
All right. So let's see. Let's take things one at a time. First, let's do Bragdorn searching the desk. So there's one just main drawer on the desk, but it's locked by a little simple lock in the center of it. Excuse me. And then Yeast, you can give me a perception check, please.
You're making him roll dice. This is not going to go well. Ooh. shiny.
Aha!
Hey,
Books.
all right. You're like just ripping books, like looking at it. That looks stupid. That looks stupid. That has a nice cover, but that looks stupid. You go to pull another book, and it doesn't come off the shelf. It kind of hinges, and you hear a click, and then a panel of the bookshelf slides back and kind of swings open.
Knowledge. I've done it.
You're going to make that go to his head.
Oh, yeah.
And it reveals a room behind it. Before we continue to that little bit, what are we doing about the desk?
I'm gonna call Guyogin over before I open it my way. Because it's
Okay.
a nice desk, and my lockpick set is a little brutal.
Oh, so I need to come pick the lock now.
If you wouldn't mind.
Like, wait, I have to actually work here. Oh, by the way, when Yeast opened that door to the room behind the bookcase, it almost when it opened, it almost seemed like the room exhaled. Kind of like a creepy like kind of a thing.
That
Just
seems
brief,
normal.
really, really subdued, but it was there.
I'm dead.
It's almost as if you kind of released stale air that was stuck in the room.
I'm gonna
I mean,
die.
I figure if something bad was going on, Yeast would be screaming right now. So
It's okay. If I die, I have an idea for another character already lined up, so it's all good. Unless
Don't tell
someone,
me that.
of course,
Alright.
this one's too fun to let die. So
All right, so we're hanging on Guy Ogden's decision. Are you gonna assist with the desk or let him smash it?
No, I'll assist with the desk.
Okay.
What I need to roll? It's
Thieves' tools.
yeah, but what do I need to roll though?
That's a dexterity check.
Dex.
With
that's
should
right.
be with proficiency as well. Yeah, you got it. Okay. So that one was fairly simple. Just nice little click. Took you a matter of seconds, and the drawer is unlocked and it slides open a bit. When you open it, you find inside there is absolutely nothing except for one iron skeleton key looking. Kind of,
yep,
yeah, but I would say about a normal size key.
taking that.
Who's taking that?
Oh, Bragdorn,
Okay.
because it's key. Keys open things.
Bragdorn. Where's the gifting? There you go. Right? Trying to give you this. Good lord. How is. Alright, write it down. You have an iron
Okay,
key.
I see it. I'm gonna drag it onto my sheet. Done.
There we go. Cool. You have an iron key. Okay. Moving on to Yeast over there in the secret room that just mysteriously opened.
Yep.
So when it opens up, this room it's a rather small room. It's only like a 5x10 room. But it contains bookshelves, not quite as grand as the ones from the room you just came, but they're packed with more tomes and big, thick books and just old, dusty tomes.
Mm-hmm.
When you open them, I assume Yeast is going to open them and kind of flip through them.
Oh,
It
yeah.
looks like, from the bit you know, and especially from the pact you made with said entity, it looks like these would be rituals for summoning fiends and devils and undead and stuff like that.
Oh, I'm pocketing a lot of these.
And they seem to come from a cult called the Priests of Osybus, Osybus. Can you give me a intelligence or Arcana check? Same thing, but if you're proficient in Arcana,
I'm not, and I'm not very smart. My smarts ain't that good.
all right. These books seem fairly interesting to you. Moving on though, there's a heavy wooden chest with clawed iron feet against the south wall. So the wall opposite of the door you came in. Its lid is actually just half closed, and sticking out of the chest is a skeleton in leather armor.
Huh. I'm gonna shoot it.
With
Eldritch Blast.
okay,
Overkill? Sure.
My inner senses know what this is, but seeing a skeleton out of a bow.
It's a chest eating a guy. Okay.
Yeah. My inner senses are like bad, very bad. So
It's
Well,
either what I think it is or it's terrible room decor.
Oh yeah. So see how fast I get killed. Okay, what do I gotta roll?
Um,
Oh, there it is.
can you just do? Is there a way to do an attack roll against nothing?
I think if I just click the button. I'm just,
Try it.
My computer just crashed. So
uh,
Well, that's not any fun.
combat. Nope, that ain't the button. Oh, there's the magnifying glass. Attack. 7.
You try to hit it.
Can I get a
but,
mulligan? On everything?
Yeah, you try to hit it and it just kind of hits the wall above. You know, it just hits the wall above the chest. It knocked some stone loose or some wood panels. I'm sorry, this is not a stone wall, but it knocked some wood loose that falls down and kind of crumbles onto the skeleton.
Uh-huh.
That causes enough like commotion that you see there's a sheet of paper that kind of like falls out from what must have come from this skeleton's hands, and it settles on the floor in front of you.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand to grab that while staying far away.
Okay.
Cool. So
When you cast Mage Hand, it's interesting to you. It's not what you really expected, but it's actually a skeletal hand that reaches out and grabs the sheet for you to bring it back.
I love it.
So
okay. I am now
you
going to. Is there
sorry.
anything on this paper?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you see in an actually a pretty nice script. Actually, I might have an image for this. Let me search real quick.
Yeah. I like pictures.
Nope, I don't want that. No, I don't think there is. Sorry. Anyways, in a nice kind of a not calligraphy, but almost a nice flowing script.
Mhm.
It reads, "My most pathetic servant, I am not a messiah sent to you by the dark powers of this land. I have not come to lead you on a path to immortality. However, many souls you have bled on your hidden altar, however many visitors you have tortured in your dungeon, know that you are not the ones who brought me to this beautiful land. You are but worms writhing in my earth. You say that you are cursed, your fortune spent. You abandoned love for madness, took solace in the bosom of another woman, and sired a stillborn son. Cursed by darkness? Of that I have no doubt. Save you from your wretchedness? I think not. I much prefer you as you are. Signed, your dread lord and master, Strahd von Zarovich."
All right. I'm gonna go back into the. I'm not gonna touch the chest yet. I'm gonna get the Minotaur to do that. I still don't trust it. I'm gonna go back here where everyone's at, and I'm just gonna relay this information as such. All right. So apparently, rich guy boned a lady. Kid died. He pissed off his lord named Strood, and bunch of other gibberish. Y'all can read this if you want. Most of it means nothing to me at the moment, but yeah.
Except that now the picture in the other room makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, apparently that's a dead baby.
A bit morbid, but
Yeah. Oh, and something about dark cults, blood rituals, sacrifices, and torture in the basement.
Okay then.
Also, does anyone have backpack space? I need help moving my new book collection of dark and evil tomes.
can we wait till we confirm the guy's dead before you take everything from him?
No. It's fine now, I found it. He's not here to claim it as his. But if we don't have the book space, I'll just take like, I don't know, 5 evil looking tomes of evilness.
Well, are you there? Are you done searching the room?
Oh yeah, and also, someone big and larger than me, would you like to investigate this chest that has a half a person inside of it?
Well, that includes all the mice in the house. But yeah, I'll go look at it.
I'm bigger than a mouse. All right. How tall are you, dwarf?
Bigger than you?
Not by much, I take it. I think. I'm not too sure.
I'm 4'2".
Ha, you're a
He's
foot
like,
taller.
I'm just as tall as you are.
You are. You're exactly a foot taller.
Yeah, I probably weigh like 3 of you though.
Probably.
So,
I am 35 pounds. I'm a
well,
sack of potatoes.
better cut those carbs.
I know.
Shit, I weigh a lot more than 3 of you.
It's all the
I'm a
fingers.
hundred-
I mean potatoes.
I'm 180 pounds.
All right.
Okay. So, Bragnar, you're searching the chest in there. You notice, you see, up there's a skeleton in the chest with leather armor on. But the way he's situated, you also see there's a small dart that has is resting in between his bones, um, which is clear that he had triggered some kind of trap and fell into the chest he had just opened.
Yeah, we are absolutely going to look for that trap just in case.
Okay. What are you searching? The room or the chest for the trap?
The We'll look for the chest itself because probably the trigger on the chest. So
Okay. Then investigation for me. Then.
investigation.
Sure. So, as you're kind of looking around, you see that it was one of your classic little what do you call those? The wire triggered kind of a thing. When you open, it would pull the wire and
Tripwire.
so you kind of notice that has already been triggered.
Okay. In that case, it's time to rummage a chest.
All right. So you find the chest contains 3 blank books with black leather covers. You also find 3 spell scrolls, which are actually, you're not a spellcaster, but you know the names of these. You recognize them because either people have used them for you or just in your everyday use or everyday life. You've come across them, but they're 3 scrolls: one of bless, one of protection from poison, and one of spiritual weapon.
Oh, those are all free spells. Except maybe spiritual weapon.
Bless is a level 1 spell, I believe.
Yeah, but they're all priest stuff. Like
Oh!
It's all
I thought you
big
said
people
free.
things.
yeah, they come.
I
from,
thought you said free, like cantrip.
No.
Anyways, okay. So you also find the deed to the house. You find the deed to a windmill, and you also find a signed will.
I'm just gonna walk up behind you, and be like, "You should put those in your bag."
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take the contents of the chest. And because I'm curious, that leather armor off of the dead guy.
Okay.
I'll help you strip the dead guy. I'm good at taking things off of corpses. That was my old job.
Bedtime is his name.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of experience taking shit off of goblins too, so.
Well, mine was mostly off of people. Couple dwarves here and there, but not a whole lot. We tended to stay away from you crazy men. All nuts.
Okay.
1 second here. Why is there not normal?
Because we're not normal.
Nope. I mean, just look at our party. We're all odd.
You know what? throw that in there. There you go. All right. So in the party sheet, there should be a number of things.
Party sheet. Ooh. Look at that.
Were you just taking everything, Bragdorn, or we just want to divide it up like normal?
I'll take the leather armor.
Can I?
I don't want to hand the leather armor out just yet because we need to make sure that shit's not cursed.
Can I have the blank books?
It was on a
I'll
dead
take the
guy.
leather armor.
If you're fine with me having the books for knowledge purposes.
So was it just Bragdorn that recognized what those spells were, or is it just basically everybody?
Ooh, experience.
Yeah, it dropped. That's so 500 experience. That's divided amongst
That
you.
automatically divides.
So yeah, there you go. Okay, I'm sorry. Madwolf, what was your question?
Was it just Bragdorn that recognized those spells, or?
Well, if he chooses to show you guys, I
Okay.
mean, I would say you guys all are familiar enough with the world you came from that you would recognize those.
Now, with scrolls, and let me refresh my memory here. Is it you have to have the ability to cast the spells to be able to read the spells?
No. So a spell scroll. Anyone can cast the spell from a scroll.
Okay.
However, if you, like Bless for instance, requires material components, if you were to use the spell scroll to cast Bless, you can negate the material components.
Okay.
I looked that up because I wasn't sure if I could use them or not.
No, I was trying to.
I'm a barbarian.
That's one of those like little details that I wouldn't know. Like I'm still learning that a little bit. Like the material components part of spells. I know if you have a spell focus, you don't have to worry about that.
So
I think that's how that works.
yeah.
But,
Let's just bag all this stuff, and then we can divvy it up later because the spells are good and all, but they're not there. The deeds and the will probably come in use later. Maybe.
Yeah, we're definitely keeping a hold of those.
I'm just gonna lean next to Bragdor and be like, should we perhaps read the will so we know who we have to take out later?
Nah.
Okay.
We'll get to that at some point. Like right now, we're here to save a guy.
Ugh.
I'm not entirely sure we'd want to save him after everything we found, but
I mean, he actually seems like a swell man to me.
I mean, we
teach their own.
have to give it an effort because children. But
They are delicious. I mean, precious.
All right. I'm just gonna put the scrolls in my bag for now. If nobody has a problem with that.
Nope.
No, you're good. I probably won't ever use them anyway.
Okay. All right. So now it's up to you guys on where you would like to. Where you'd like to go.
The other door.
Okay. You're talking about that one down there.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. So you open that door to a beautiful conservatory. Gossamer drapes cover the windows of the hall, which has a brass-plated chandelier hanging from the ceiling.
Nice.
More stately upholstered chairs line the walls. It's one of those sitting rooms. It has a let's see, what type of, looks like that would be a harpsichord down there on the bottom left there of the room. And then stage left as you're walking into the room, over there towards the south next to the fireplace down there is what looks to be a harp, a large harp. And let's see. Oh wow. Okay, so there's also the windows here are actually stained glass, and they depict beautiful men and women and children singing and playing instruments. There are alabaster figurines of well-dressed dancers that adorn the mantelpiece over the fireplace. Um, hmm. And let's see. Okay, from where you guys are, that's about what you can see.
Well, let's do a quick search in the room and then head upstairs.
Okay, the only thing you really notice as you're kind of walking around the room, again, it's very quiet in here. There are wooden floors, and now that you're on the second floor, when you step, your footsteps just kind of seem to echo a little more. But the only thing you really notice in the room is those alabaster figurines that are dancing, that are on the or in their dancing poses. They're not actually dancing. You actually notice that they're well dressed skeletons. They're not actual people. So, fun fact about the figurines. On the
It just gets darker and darker and darker.
It's because it's winter.
True.
I don't see anything that we need to bother with in here right now.
Nope. Back to the dumbwaiter.
Just use
That
the
is
damn
the
stairs.
quickest way.
Boop. I'm back in. I'm pushing whatever button makes me go
So
up.
is there a third floor to this room or to this thing here?
The stairs continue up, yes.
So then we will head upstairs.
Yeah,
All
I'm,
right.
I'm pushing that up button.
Okay. Okay.
This is clearly a goblin elevator. There's nothing else it could be.
Okay, Yeast, you're gonna end up here.
Woohoo!
We're back on the left side of.
Yep.
Left side of things there.
Whee!
You
Boop.
can see from there to about here.
Nice.
You guys go. You're going up the stairs. So let's see. You guys will see about that there, maybe up to here. Put you over
And
here.
this looks like the top of the stairs, right?
Yeah, the stairs don't wind back around to continue further up.
Okay.
So let's see here. We have. Let's deal with Yeast real quick.
Okay. Anything interesting on this table in front of me?
Let me see. So actually, as you exit the dumbwaiter, you see there is a door ahead of you. And it has a couple small panes of glass on it, and you notice that it opens up to the world outside. You assume it's probably a balcony of some sort.
I'm gonna poke my head out there, see if I can see what's his face standing around outside. I forgot his name already.
What?
The
Oh,
brother.
wow. That just is a circle. Yes, okay. You don't see anything hanging out on the balcony. It's just a 5x10 balcony that looks out towards the front of the back of the house. I'm sorry.
Oh, at the back of the house? Okay, then.
Yeah.
Yeah, go back inside, and I'm gonna... Anything neat on the table?
Okay, so the room you're in, it's actually very. This is a little more. I mean, the whole house itself is a fairly stately house, or estate, if you will. So this room, has. You notice on the west wall, kind of facing away from you there. Those are big double doors that open or would open into the room. However, you entered via dumbwaiter. So,
I pray there are more dumbwaiters in this game.
you notice though there's something a little different about this room. It's very dusty, and where everything on the floors below you were colorful, they look lived in, everything. This looks like it's been sitting for a couple hundred years or so. You can't really tell. Um, there's
Fair
a big rotting um, tiger looking rug in front of a dusty cobweb filled fireplace. There's a chair on that what is that, the northeastern corner there,
Mm-hmm.
that is just, the stuffing is popping out, it's kind of torn, and looks like moths and stuff have chewed at the upholstery. um there's the bed is would have been a nice what do they call that, a four poster bed.
Canopy.
Yeah, and it would have had a canopy, but it's only clinging to one post now, and it's just kind of full of holes. You get the idea. It's kind of looking decrepit, actually.
Okay.
Above the fireplace though is another portrait, and this time it's just a man and the woman. So you assume the husband, wife, or father and mother. And there's a plaque attached to it. It says Gustav and Elizabeth Durst. And so, and you entered in the little parlor section of the room, and that also was full of cobwebs and just dust, and a couple foreboding, just little spiders sitting in the, not something you would fight, something you would squash, sitting in webs, and they're sitting in the webs, in the corners and stuff of the room.
So what's through this little? I assume there's a little door here to my south.
There is, yeah.
Ooh. See what's in this closet.
A closet.
Yeah, that's actually fairly empty compared to other closets you've seen. There doesn't seem to be any clothes or anything really in it. It's just dust and webs, and that's about it that you see in that.
Okay.
All right.
So the rest of you guys that are on the stairs, that came up the stairs, you kind of notice too, the well, on the floors below the lights were out, but up here it does seem a little darker, and everything is dusty and kind of falling apart. But what you guys do notice is, let me pull it up here. Ooh. Nope, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm sorry. Continue. It's just another little landing. There you go. I'll give you that much. But yeah, instead
So that was
of
that was gonna be my question. Is that windows in the bottom corner there, or is that a door? Or those doorways down there?
I'm gonna use brag drone as a windows here, like
Here.
down here.
Yeah.
No, those are doors.
Okay. So that's where I was heading, was down there.
Okay.
And we'll start down and work our way around.
Okay. So this door, it seems a little stuck as you try to open it, and it kind of opens up. And again, you see dust and cobwebs that shroud an elegantly appointed bedroom. And there is there are two doors to your right as you enter, that you see there. And one is hanging open, and you can see, hold on, see into it a bit. This is the room you see there. Okay, so here, the farthest doors from you on your right are more double doors that are they're set with panes of stained glass. Let's see. There's some stuff I can't read yet.
So we'll obviously come and investigate the room a little bit, get a better view.
So before you charge in, you hear kind of a, and as you walk into the room, there is a disgustingly gaunt, decaying flesh-looking, ugly-ass woman standing there in like a tattered dress, and unfortunately, I'm gonna need you to roll for initiative.
No. Oh, okay.
We're gonna have to make it deader.
And y'all said the dumbwaiter was going to get me killed. Ha! I'm in the safe part of the house.
Whoops. Menu is what I need.
You're still gonna want to roll just in case so you can move there, Jarl,
Okay.
during your turns.
I'm good at everything except going first.
Oh, that thing was horrifying.
Okay, so this thing gives that's like an awful shriek at you guys. Think almost like the Nazgul from Lord of the Rings, you know, just
Like that.
like that.
Ah!
Yeah.
Ah!
Maybe a little less digital, but you get the idea.
It's back. We've been cursed.
Turn. Okay, it's actually Guyaugen's turn first. Are you here, Thorn? Just
Yep,
in
I'm
spirit? Okay, cool.
I'm
So it actually is your turn, and you are still on the stairs, my friend.
Okay, so I want to. I can cross over teammates as long as they're not engaged, right?
I think, but it's difficult terrain, I think. Where's X at? I'm pretty sure it's difficult terrain. It is difficult terrain to move through friends.
Okay, so I'm gonna go here and hold my action until this gets into threat range.
Okay. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure. Okay.
We'll go with it.
Why am I always up front?
You're the Minotaur, man. So, okay, she's gonna.
Minotaur.
Like I said, she screams. Dude, that makes me think of what movie is that? Role Models.
Role models, yeah.
Taste the beast. Okay,
Taste
she's gonna
the
move
beast.
up. She's gonna move up towards you.
Dude, this is making my pea green.
We're selling nuclear horse piss at $6 a can. Oh god. Okay. All right. Let me remember kind of how to use this, but let's see. Targeting
I
Drakmir.
got the stream up and running, by the way.
Cool. Okay. All right. This is all she can really do. Now let's see. All right. So she tries to. She almost just kind of like, in kind of a ghostly way. She doesn't fumble around like a zombie, but she kind of tries to lunge at you and misses, completely. And that actually brings it to you, Drake.
I'm looking here for a couple different things. Let's do. Let's just see what we got. I can't move through it now. It's kind of in the way. Can't do that.
You know, like a background, like dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. All right, so we are just going to try to swing at this thing here. Bum, 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 bum,
Go for
bum,
it.
Bum, 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 bum. Actions. Target. 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 Target.
Not going
smash.
Woo, woo.
That's a hit, almost a crit. Okay, so let's see. You're using a mace, right? That's
Yep.
what you got going.
Yep.
So you use a mace, and as you swing it, it kind of seems to sort of move through a little bit, and it doesn't really seem to fully connect. But she does let out a bit of a shriek as you swing your mace at her.
Now, before I end, there was something else I was looking at here. I'm going to try and use my hammering horns on her and try to push her back so that people can get into the room here. So immediately after you hit with a creature with a melee attack as part of an attack on your turn, you can use a bonus action to attempt to shove that target with your horns. The target must be no more than one size larger than you and within 5 feet of you, unless it succeeds a strength saving throw against a DC equal to 8 plus my proficiency plus your strength modifier. You push it 10 feet away from you.
Oh wow. So let's see. I don't think this is how it works. Hey, look, there's a number.
Ooh, numbers.
I might just roll and add it up myself because I'm not.
So unless it succeeds on a strength savings throw, so you have to make a saving throw with your against strength. DC is 8 plus my proficiency modifier. What's my would be my strength proficiency?
Probably.
No. So your proficiency modifier is going to be located on
Main page, top right.
I think it's 2 at lower levels, right?
Plus 2.
Yeah, it's 2 right now.
Yep.
Right, so 10.
Yep.
Oh, she definitely misses, or fails.
Okay.
So she's pushed how far?
10 feet.
Your strength modifier, you push it back 10 feet away from you.
All right. So she's back in the corner.
So that'll allow other people to move into the room if they decide to.
Yeez, he's still back in the freaking.
Yeast is totally going toe to toe with this chick.
Yeez, you hear some noise.
All right.
Oh, by the way, oh no, you haven't. I'm sorry.
What?
Continue. I was just thinking out loud.
Let's see if these doors are locked or not.
They're not.
Okay, cool. I'm proceed to attempt to pick up this tiger pelt and wear it like a cape. Like put the head on my head, have it drape behind me like a cape, and I'm gonna make my grand entrance through those doors.
Okay.
And
You
yes, I
got
know
on
it's
your head,
rotting.
baby, huh?
All right.
No, I just spent a lot of time alone playing
That will take.
games. What do I gotta
That'll take your movement. I'll say
Okay.
that. That'll take your movement to put that on.
do? All right.
Again, it's like trailing behind you on the floor. Yeah. But true to form. Good. All right. Okay,
And-
so
Mhm.
I'm sorry. Continue.
Oh, and then I just want to try and blow the doors open with my Eldritch Blast. Maybe. Don't know if it works like that, but
Do that whatever that weird attack random thing was that you did before.
Bup, ba-dup, ba-dup, bup, ba-dup, ba-dup, bup. Boop. Pew.
All right. Yeah. So it'll hit you. You basically just shove your Eldritch Blast at it, and where the little handles are for the doors where it comes together, just
Mhm.
blows a hole through them, and the doors kind of like swing open a little bit.
Not
There
as
you go.
dramatic
just
as you wanted, but it worked.
And he's like, "Rawr!"
And I'm standing there, doors slowly open, hands on my hips, rotting tiger head on mine. I'm just like, guys, look, I killed something.
All right. So that takes it to Bragdorn's turn.
Go ahead and yep, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Gesundheit.
Who's gonna run in a room and kill a thing? Well, try anyway.
But if it's already dead, make it
I'm gonna
more
make it-
dead.
Deader.
Okay, all right, sorry. Call back up. All right, so you're charging old girl. That'll hit for sure. Yeah. Well, it tells you that, but I'm a TM, so. Okay, so again, let's see. You attack with your great axe, and again, it kind of, sort of seemed to connect, and then just kind of move through her. You know, kind of like got kind of a ghostly visage. At least this version for me does, and again, she lets out kind of a shriek, but she still seems almost unfazed by it. And anything else for your turn?
No.
Brings it back to Gaia.
My turn. Okay, so it's rough terrain. So that's double my movement to get through that one spot.
It is double. No, your back X. It is double movement, or yeah, difficult terrain to move through.
2, 3,
Friends, right?
4, 5.
If we're not sure, that's just how we'll play it for now. If I need to adjust later, I will.
I thought if they were engaged with an enemy, then I can't move through them, but if they're not engaged, then it's just like we're passing each other in the hallway type situation.
I'll look it up. I mean, for now, I'm pretty sure that's at least how my other group plays it. So if you're moving through friends in initiative, then yeah, I will say for now it's difficult terrain.
Okay. So I'm moving right there.
All right.
And sneak attack, I should have advantage. Because it's I'm flanking.
Flanking, you have to be opposite them.
The opposite side. Okay, well never
Yeah.
mind. Then I can still do sneak attack though. Because
Yeah.
they're engaged, yeah. So rapier. No. Next.
Wait, you didn't target. You're just flourishing your sword at this point. It doesn't look like you targeted her.
No, I didn't target her.
Try again.
You gotta switch the turn back to me.
So you are right. The space of another creature, whether hostile or not, also counts as difficult terrain.
Oh, so I thought you couldn't move through hostile folks. Yeah, let me. There you go.
Okay.
Hey, there you go.
That's a hit. Roll the damage. Oh, and then
Does
sneak
that
attack
automatically
damage.
give you sneak? Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Okay, so again, yeah, you, what do rapiers do? They stab or slash, however you used it. It initially
Yeah, they
seems
go
like it
for-
might
it's a
connect,
finesse.
but it's almost like you're cutting through cloth. Like there's a bit of resistance, and it just kind of goes through. And she screams again. She's like, a hysterical ghosty thing, and so she takes a bit of damage, but again, not like a normal being would from getting poked and slashed with all the weapons you guys have thrown at her. But she's starting to actually kind of waver a little bit in her ghostly kind of stance. But okay, it comes back around to her. So you were the last one to hit her, draw her attention. So she's actually going to turn and try to attack Gaiagan. So.
Oh wait. Oh,
Sorry?
okay. I missed it. No, I missed my turn because I could have disengaged, but
Oh yeah.
as a bonus action. But no, I missed it. So.
All right. Let's see here.
Thank you for the host, by the way.
Whoops. Yeah. Haven't been on Mixer in a while, but there we go. All right. And she's not doing so well. She's kind of like, tries to hit you guys, but you definitely lean back and dodge out of the way. And let's see. She's not gonna like being backed in the corner, so she's just going to go right here. And then that's her turn. Back me.
Yep. All right. We're still targeting her, so
A hit. You have guiding bolt?
yes.
That's crazy.
That's
cool.
a nice one.
Yeah.
So big
That's
flash of light.
So
Bam.
Drachmir's decided he's over this shit, and and summons his guiding bolt, and it just burns through this this specter, and she disintegrates into a pile of ashy ectoplasmic junk with a very loud, drawn-out screech, and she's gone. So
Well, you should have led with that.
I thought about it. I just wanted to see what it was.
that freaking did it. That one did it. Okay.
It's not like a shatter or anything.
You guys take a breath, and so from where you guys are now, looking around, that is another room there, and the door was open, but you, as you're looking around, let's finish describing these rooms that you're in here. So let's see.
Well, he's reading that. Yes, if you ever shatter a room that I am in, I'll kill you.
I'm just gonna be walking up with my my lovely new cape on. And be like, I have no idea what you mean.
I've seen a warlock do it before.
All I can do is lightly blow open doors right now. All right, and perhaps light things on fire. But
with that, while you're wearing that,
yeah.
you'll have -1 to intimidation checks. So sorry, man.
Oh man, and I was actually kind of intimidating. I had a +4. Now it's +3.
He doesn't really know it, but yeah. Okay, so the room you're in. The bedroom contains a large bed. It has 2 end tables, one on either side, and an empty wardrobe that's hanging open. Mounted on the wall next to the wardrobe is a full-length mirror with an ornate wooden frame carved to look like ivy and berries. Yes. And there's also a fireplace on the south wall.
There's also a fireplace.
Yeah, there's also another fire. There's tons of fireplaces. So then that other room, right as you walk in, off to the right there, you notice, or you ascertain that that's a nursery, and it contains a crib that has a hanging black shroud over the crib. So, once again, things to note: crib in the nursery, empty wardrobe, mirror, bed, and nightstand.
I'm gonna creep up on this crib and see what we find.
Alright, I'm gonna go with you.
Okay. So you kind of walk up to the crib. I mean, this place is creepy as all hell, and then it has a black shroud over the crib. When you guys carefully part the shroud to look inside the crib, you see a tightly wrapped, baby-sized bundle of cloths lying in the crib. But when you go to inspect it further, there's nothing inside the wraps.
Okay.
Well, dang it. That's upsetting.
Let's see. Bragdorn is standing right here, so you can see stained glass on the pane is yet another balcony. Out here. You can open the doors if you'd like. I'll tell you now. There's nothing on the balcony that you can see. It's just another decent balcony overlooking the front side of the house.
Okay, so at this point here, nothing really else to check in these two rooms.
Let's see. Guyogin and Bragdorn, give me a perception check. Guyogin, you turn around as you hear Dracmir say, "All right, let's go check other shit." You turn around, but as you turn around, you notice right over. I'm using you as a marker. Right over here, where the mirror is next to the wardrobe. You notice that the mirror is actually. You see between the mirror and the wall. It actually looks like it opens up, like the wall opens up behind that.
Shiny. Where's Zeus?
I'm currently in the crib area, but if you call me, I shall appear.
Yes, come here.
Whoosh! I'm just running as fast as I can to make my cape flutter in the wind.
I kind of step on it as he walks by.
The front of it catches the front of his head, and now he's like,
I can't get off it, you fat cow!
And then, just as he's pulling hard enough, I lift my foot slightly.
I'm just gonna go barreling into Guyagin. Boop.
So that happens, and when you barrel into Guyagin, he reaches out and actually kind of tries to grab the mirror for slowly, and it just slides right open to reveal
Smash.
His mother.
there's actually a staircase behind the mirror.
I do a gentle nudge into Yeast's back and push him forward.
I'm going to gracefully fall down the stairs.
The stairs go up.
I'm going to
He's
gracefully
gonna-
fall up a couple steps.
Only a goblin.
His cape gets hung on the corner of the mirror.
This
You
dang
know-
old cape.
I think this cape was a slight mistake. I'm just gonna take it off now. But I do want to attempt to like cut the head of it off so I can wear it like a hat. So
Let's
this
see,
is something
what-
I can give a shot at.
Let's just call it a dexterity check.
Ooh, I'm good at those. Really good at those.
Nice. All right. So you actually cut it off at the appropriate areas to where it would seem to kind of fit. And you actually, this time, remember to kind of cut around the eyes so you can see where you're going when it sits on your head.
Haha, so I am now a goblin with a tiger's head.
Yes.
Fear me.
Fantastic.
Didn't think it was
But is it
possible.
on
but
backwards?
No.
I didn't think it was possible, but I'm pretty sure he just got ugly.
Like when Yeast is actually thinking he's wearing the head of the tiger, but it's actually the ass.
Those aren't eye holes. Sorry.
Why does this tiger only have one eye?
Why
And
is the
why
nose
it
so long?
a floppy horn sticking out of the top of it?
Oh man. Weirdest tiger, I swear.
I'm gonna keep going up these stairs.
Okay. So what are the rest of you guys? What do you want to do?
Well, I guess we're gonna end up following Yeast at this point.
I'm gonna shut the mirror behind and, and leave.
All right. So y'all can...
My job is A, to maybe not let him get eaten, and B, to be there to see him get. I haven't decided which one is higher on the list.
I take it there's a door in front of me.
There's definitely a door in front of you.
Is it locked?
Let's see.
Okay.
No, but there's definitely a vampire on the other end.
Oh, that's okay. Let him touch me. He will burn.
Where there should be. Hold on 1 second.
You see, I have an automated defense mechanism. It's beautiful. It's lovely. Where is it? There it is. Yeah.
I have an automatic defense mechanism too. It's called
Oh,
an
that's
attack.
what?
I have mechanisms.
Oh my god! Come on, Reggie.
Just don't milk the bull. Fuck.
Wow, this is missing something actually.
We're about to open a door into the deep, dark, endless void.
Okay. Let me get. Okay. Okay.
Well, no, it's
All right. Sorry. Okay. As you open the, just do it this way. So you open the door. Let's see how far could you see. I guess you could. You open the door and turn around. You see back to about here, maybe. Boop. But standing. Hold on. Sitting right there, up against the wall, is it's a suit of armor, and it's standing up against the wall. Again, it's holding a spear. Wait, hold on. Should be a spear. He's supposed to be holding a spear. And again, this suit of armor is, instead of like the ones below, which were normal, this is all black. But he again has a helmet or helm, with a wolf's head, in the shape of a wolf's head. And yeah, it's just standing there up against the wall.
Ha.
No, he's supposed to be right here. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Can you still see that?
No.
Nope.
Disappeared.
He's poofed away into the endless void of nothing. There we go.
All right, he's up against that wall right there.
Okay. I'm just gonna.
Is this the same initiative round, or are we re-rolling again?
No, it's just standing there up against
Okay.
the standing there up
go-
against the wall.
I'm gonna go over here.
Okay. So this hall again, this hall is kind of like the floor below you, dark, dusty. This one is even less furnished. So it feels more like this would be like an attic. Very dusty. There's trash lying around, just random odds and ends. Let's see. So you have a door right here, and you have a door down here.
Okay.
And that's about all you can see right now. Oh, the doors down there at the end of the hallway at the top, there are two, and there's a door right here. So there are actually 4 doors.
Well, there's 4 of us. I suppose we shall all take a door.
Or
What could go wrong?
We sweep them like we normally do. Pick
I
one,
mean-
Bragg.
The south one.
Boop, 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 boop. That one.
And we throw
Okay,
it.
that one.
Ah.
Okay. All right, this door swings open, and it reveals yet another, just a bedroom. This one is definitely like not a well-to-do bedroom. It's like one of those where it's like if you had to stick an extra person, this is where you would put him.
Yeese's room.
Yeah. So it's got a nightstand.
I'll take it if
Um,
we claim the house.
it actually has a little small iron stove on the south wall over there. Um, and then on the west wall, there's the wooden chair, and the empty wardrobe again is hanging open by there's a big window. Um, there on the west wall, I guess, because north is to our left for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's see. In the window box, though, because this is it's like an actual window box. There's a little smiling doll in a lacy yellow dress um, that's sitting in that window box, and it actually has cobwebs that are draped from the back of the doll's head, almost making it look like a wedding veil or something. Um, Other than that, though, there's a crappy bed and nightstand, and pretty much that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Next.
Go to here.
All right. All right. You open this one. Oh, I'm sorry. That one was supposed to be locked, but the shape of the keyhole looks like it would fit the iron key that you found from the drawer down on in the library. So you give that a try, and that definitely opens the door. The room contains a bricked up window opposite you, flanked by two dusty wood framed children sized beds. Closer to the door is I believe that would be to your right, yeah. Is a toy chest with windmills painted on it on the sides, and then on the other side it has a opposite of the chest is a dollhouse. Um, as you're kind of looking around and you first notice, it's not hard to tell that the dollhouse is an exact replica of the house that you guys are in.
Ooh.
Um, Everything's draped in cobwebs, just like everything else in the third floor in the attic. Everything's draped in cobwebs and just dusty. But what really is strikes out to you is lying in the middle of the floor are two small skeletons wearing tattered but uh, familiar clothing. The smaller of the two cradles a stuffed doll that you also recognize.
She ran off with fucking ghosts.
That's
Okay,
what I
so
was
we
just
burned the house
thinking,
down.
too.
Yes. All right. Glad we're in agreement. Someone punch me so I can set some flames off.
Okay.
Again, darker and darker and darker it goes. And
Well,
we haven't even reached the torture basement.
I started having the feeling that they were dead when we ran into the apparition thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, this just seals the deal. Those kids are dead.
Well then.
So we need to either see what's in the chest.
Searching the chest?
Yeah. Just being nosy at this point.
So this is a children's chest, so there are no traps on it. The toy chest contains an assortment of stuffed animals and toys. Um, there's also, let's see, hold on one second. Okay. As you're rummaging through the chest behind you, you hear the familiar sounds of kind of whimpering, crying behind you, and you turn around and you see the children that were outside, but these are definitely they're ghostly images of the children that you saw outside. So they ask you and they say, why are you going through our toys?
I'm just trying to get a better idea of where you are.
Well, we're not alive anymore. The older girl tells you that. She's a little more matter of fact than the crying little boy. She says, we were locked in here to protect, our parents locked us in here to protect us from the monster in the basement, but they never came back up and we couldn't get out of our room.
So, do you know how to get to your basement?
So the girl turns and points to the dollhouse and says, there's a secret door in the attic.
A secret door in the attic. Is that this roundabout thing that I'm keep seeing?
Probably.
Wait, what roundabout thing?
This little thing right here.
Wee boop.
Oh, that's not a secret door.
Okay, that's fine. Just
That shouldn't have. I wasn't paying attention, but that wasn't supposed to be.
yeah, I figured.
Just a little bit gray, but that's okay. But yeah, she pointed to the dollhouse and said, "There's a secret door in the attic." Let's see.
So where's the dollhouse again?
Right beside
It's
me.
right here. It's underneath me right now.
Yeah, right there.
Oh. Okay. So I want to come in here. And I'm looking at the dollhouse, and I'm looking at the house, like the rooms, looking back and forth, and then I take the hilt of my rapier, and I'm like, just tapping it on the dollhouse, just to see. If it's
So
like
she's like,
voodoo
what?
magic.
What are you doing? Why are you thumping the dollhouse?
He wanted to see if the house would shake.
No, you don't notice. There's no like voodoo house rumbling. Hit it
Oh,
or
thank
anything.
goodness.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you
You
say
never
there
know.
is a door, a secret stairway in the attic. Are we not in the attic now?
Yes, you are.
So can you take us to the staircase?
Um,
Can you show us Jacob's ladder?
let's see. Why did I click on that? Sorry.
Because it was fun.
I like pushing buttons. Let's see.
excuse
Give me a persuasion.
Do 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 do.
Can I assist him? Oh,
So in this case, she'll walk to the dollhouse, and she will point at this area here.
Okay.
That area there.
Good enough.
Yep. That's where we'll walk. I thank them for their time, and we'll maybe see them again.
So as you guys turn to leave, she says, "Wait, you're not gonna leave us, are you?"
that's exactly what we're gonna do.
yes.
We're gonna go take care of the monster.
It's like I had a thing I gotta get to, so.
I mean, we're gonna kill the monster, so it's safe.
So when Gaiagan said that, she's gonna turn to him and she gets angry and tries to lunge at him. Um, let me see something here real quick though. Can you give me a charisma saving throw, Gayagan?
Charisma saving throw. Yes, I can. Will it be a good one? No, it will not.
So, she her ghostly image lunges at you, and just kind of goes into you, and you are
Oh,
you kind of lose control of
Ooh.
yourself.
Ooh.
Yeah, you lose control of yourself. You're still very aware of everything, but you can't really seem to do anything.
This is like Ghost.
Let me see. Hold on. There's more things I need to read.
Like Oda Mae Brown right now.
Oda Mae Brown.
Hey, Dragmere,
Yeah,
you're a priest, right?
yeah.
Exorcise them demons.
Okay. So now in Gaiagan, but it's not him speaking, but it sounds like him. She says through him. She's like, "We've already been left alone long enough, and we're not gonna lose our chance to get out of here." And she turns to her ghostly little brother and says, "Come on, Thorn, it's time to go." And uh, she tries to walk out of the room as Gaiagan, but her little brother is not convinced. And kind of just he backs up and kind of whimpers a little bit and heads towards. I'm gonna use this guy, but heads kind of back here to get in the corner. So he's still trying to like convince she, you, Gaiagan slash Rose is trying to convince her little brother Thorn to come with her, but he's not having it because you look nothing like her.
Can I try
Do
something?
do I have any control at all?
No.
Oh, hell.
I'm going to do something out
Should
of
have put on
character.
the studded armor.
I'm going to try and talk to the children rather than eat them, as goblins
Yeah,
tend
okay.
to do.
They're
I'm going to walk in there because I'm about child-sized,
Okay.
so I can relate with them.
Yeah.
And now, this isn't me trying to persuade it. I'm full on going to lie to this child right now.
Okay.
I'm just going to tell him, like, young man, you've been locked in here for far too long. You need to see the world. And you know what? I can take you there. I know all the best places, all the nice things. I know several places where ghost children are loved and welcomed. And I can introduce you to a lot of nice people. I can teach you anything you've ever wanted to learn. And I won't abandon you and I will protect you forever.
He kind of looks back and forth between you and Gaiagan, and he asks if you're gonna kill the monster in the basement and bring his parents back.
I will kill the monster and I will find a way to bring your parents back. That I swear to you, young man.
I mean, please, don't jump in. There's only so much real estate in here.
It's like, now, young man, I can't have you possessing me. That wouldn't work well for both of us. However, I'm just gonna take off my tiger hat. Would you like to be a tiger?
He's like, Jesus. um. So Gaiagan will turn to kind of Yeast and the rest of you, and Rose through him will say, how would she say this? Say, like, I'm sorry, I don't want to be angry, but if you can bring our parents back, then maybe we can be at rest, or be at peace with all this.
I mean, if we kill the beast, that more likely than not, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Probably ate them. they'll probably be at peace. You all, however, might need different help, but I will provide that help. Even if I have to sacrifice my friend, I'm just gonna point to Gaiagan. Even if I have to sacrifice my friend to do it, even if you all have to occupy his body, I will let you have him.
Okay, try persuasion.
Oh, I can't lie to him. Darn, I made it sound
Well,
too
that's
pathetic.
still. I mean, that's still.
You lie. You're trying to persuade.
Yeah.
No. Darn, no. Oh, I'm still okay at that. Yeah.
Really inclined to believe you, and she says,
I mean, it's not all lies. Few
"Well,
bits.
if the monster was strong enough to kill my parents, how could someone like you take care of the monster?" Looking at you because
Punch
you were
me.
doing all the
Punch me. Punch me. And I shall show you how.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Thorn.
What?
She's gonna punch me. And I'm going to
let's
burn
see.
you. Just a little.
Um,
I gotta put my actions where my mouth is. I mean, it's okay. Drakmir can fix you. I think. You can fix him up, right?
I mean, in your defense, I would have told the children, you brought a dwarf and a minotaur.
Yeah, but she asked what I could do. She poked fun at me. I gotta show her what I can do. And a little Eldritch Blast, that's not gonna impress a child.
Oh hell! Not Eldritch Blast.
No, no, no. I'm going to use Hellish Rebuke when she punches me.
why did that not do anything? That was a sweet roll. Why did that not work?
You're not targeting. Oh,
I
there you go.
was. Yeah. There we go.
Oh
I mean,
god.
that ain't-
Okay. It hits you,
Cool.
and this actually hurts.
Alright.
Could this be like Venom?
Pretty bad.
Cool. Alright, so the minute she hurts me, this pops off.
What pops off?
Hellish Rebuke.
Oh yeah. I guess it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she needs to make a DC 12 Dex save. Is what it says.
Okay, you're
here.
gonna take. I'm just gonna say 2 points of damage to your face.
My face. Ow.
There we go. I got it. Because I am not rolling that attack on you.
I thank you.
Anyways, so, and then yeah, she has to make a what now?
She has to pass a DC 12 Dex save to take half damage from this. Otherwise, she takes full damage.
12 dex save.
This is gonna hurt.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Okay, so as she touches me, I just point a finger and just be like, burn! And just, whoosh, flames everywhere.
So, Gaiagan can't say anything, but he's like, dude, as soon as I'm back, I'm gonna kick the shit out of this little
So
guy.
will this be targeting
I
Gaiagan or
still-
targeting Ghost? I'm assuming targeting Gaiagan.
I still think this should be like Venom. Or like I can have internal conversations.
I didn't think about that. I wouldn't say you couldn't.
Let's just do it this way. I'm going to pull out my holy symbol and command this thing to get out of my friend.
Hold on,
And
we're gonna
go
roll
sit in a
this real
corner.
quick.
Ooh, and they had that's a what save is that for command?
This is actually Channel Divinity Orders Demand.
And no, not that one. Come
As
here,
an
you.
action,
Wait,
you
so there
present
is
your
no-
you present your holy symbol, and each creature of your choice that can see or
Okay.
hear you within 30 feet
Come on,
of you
roll.
must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or be charmed until the end of the next turn, or until charmed creatures take any damage.
Okay.
So this is after obviously all this other stuff is happening.
Yeah.
So-
Oh,
Oh,
So
there's the damage
basically,
button.
I'm going to basically command it to get out of Gaiagan and go sit in the corner.
Is this before or after I lit him on
It's
fire?
after, because obviously if
Okay.
you do damage to it, it's going to.
Well, I did 8.
So the actual spell like command didn't work, but she is a child. Let's
so
try
what
one more
he's
thing.
using,
Give me a persuasion, Drachmir.
It's actually
or wait,
intimidating presence.
intimidation. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So what he's using isn't a spell. It's kind of like the turn undead ability for priests.
Yep.
Okay. Because I'm used to the spell like command.
Yeah.
Um.
But it just
But you
basically
make-
says you have to make a saving throw versus
That would be
wisdom.
your,
Yeah.
because you rolled a 19. Um. So
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
just
Yeah.
still do intimidation though,
Okay.
like a separate intimidation because this will be separate from that. Ability.
Shit.
Okay, and again, am I when I roll the damage on this? I assume I'm targeting Gaiagan for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Should work then. Boop.
Holy shit! When you trying to kill him?
What is that?
Yes.
Oh, that's
that's for the
Hellish
Hellish Rebuke. Yeah. I couldn't find the damage button, but now I found it. So,
And hold on, let me see.
and,
We're making you work tonight.
it's
Cap.
okay. I looked at his health. Even if it did max damage, he'd still have one health left. So I planned it
What
well.
was his? Let's see. AP. Okay, so now he's like suffering on the floor, and so she'll, at this point, because Hellish Rebuke is all flames, right?
Yep.
He's like bursting back. Yeah, so she'll shriek and come. She'll let him go.
It's like, think I can't help now, huh? Yeah. I'm
No.
getting
Wow, I gotta
stabbed
put this
later
guy
for
out.
that one.
At this point, she's not an evil spirit. So she'll kind of stop and she'll be like, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Like, please don't hurt me anymore."
It's
Uh,
okay.
Or
It's
him, I
okay.
guess.
Oh,
But
he's
please
fine.
promise you'll kill the monster, and if my parents are somehow down there, bring him back.
We will put you at ease when it's all said and done.
Okay. Um.
And then Diagon
Okay.
says, "You're not the only one that's been left." And then he turns,
I'm sorry. Continue.
and then he turns to Yeast.
Nope.
Bonus action. Another bonus
Nope.
action.
You just keep swinging around so you try to hit him.
I could just do the Hellish Rebuke again for giggles since
No,
he hit
no,
me.
no,
But...
no.
Oh, that's
Um,
that's not bad. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's real bad.
all right, so now you guys
Ow.
both are hurt.
Ow! I was gonna pay you for that. Now you stab me. You get
let's see.
nothing.
So you're a priest, right? Jack Mear's a priest.
Yes.
Can you give me a history check?
A
That'd be
history.
intelligence, I think.
Yeah, there's.
All right. So you know from being a priest that the proper way to lay a restless soul to rest is to bury their bones in their proper grave.
Mm-hmm.
And again, just to remind you, in the center of the room on the floor were the two children's clothes.
Understand.
All right, just reminding.
Yeah. That's why I said we will be back to deal with the situation once we have dealt with the other situation.
All right.
I mean,
So-
or do you guys think we should put him out of the way now?
I mean, I have a backpack. I could probably shove him in there.
So I was just doing that
Yeah.
to make sure we're kind of on the same page.
Yeah.
So my thought process is this: we find secret passage, we kill monster. We have to come back up here in order to get out of the house anyway. So we'll grab the
This
kids
guy's
on the
like,
way
no
out.
problem.
That was my
Yeah.
thought. So we go to the
Because-
secret door.
Whoever built this place doesn't understand that down is down and up is up, and that going up to go down doesn't make any damn sense at all. And I live in caves
Exactly.
for thing.
Now, do we need to heal anybody? Do we need to take a rest before we go downstairs? Do we need to?
I need a heal. I have 2/3 dead.
You started it.
I know,
True.
right?
I was going to pay him.
You're just one like side-handed comment from like licking the bones off the floor.
I mean,
I mean, at this point, Gaiakin's looking to see if goblins fly out of a third-story window.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do because we can. It's the best I can do for now.
He gets more.
all right.
It's all my spells. Sorry.
That was just funny. He started it. He can burn Gaiakin and he gets healed better.
You don't have any more.
I have 3
Spell slots?
slots. I have 3 slots. I used one earlier on the guiding light,
Yeah.
and then just 2 right there on cure wounds.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, should
We'll
be.
be fine. I mean, worst thing that happens, we all die. But as we've seen, we'll just come back as ghost people. And I don't know about you all, but I have a connection in the afterlife.
Got
Yeah,
friends on the other
3
side.
cantrips and 3 first levels. They're just gonna have to be
Never-
smart if we get any more things, or we take a short rest to try to get
I'm
some
down
stuff
for
back.
I mean, I'm good.
I'm just gonna crawl into bed. Yeah.
Like, excuse me, can we use your beds first, though, before we go any further? Yeah, don't ask me. It's up to you guys what you want to do.
What is it? A short rest? Will that return slots, or just heal, or which way
No.
does which?
So a short rest will allow you to use hit dice to heal, but it doesn't do anything for spell slots unless you're a wizard.
Okay.
I think.
So we're talking several hours if we want to do anything there. How do you guys feel? You guys are the ones damaged.
I'm all right for right now.
I'm fine.
I'm just worried if we fight some big baddie that we're going to be handicapped.
Nah, we got it.
All right.
Yeah, Gaiakin should be like, what, half health right now? Pretty sure. So.
Yeah, thereabouts, yeah.
Alright. So. I'm assuming you guys want to go in the room.
Yep.
Yon attic room with supposed secret chamber. So this room has a bunch of furniture covered in sheets and kind of your typical attic, ambiance. Okay. So, we've been through that. I'm gonna gloss over. Go ahead and
Perception.
I would say no. She told you where it was. And at this point, you know it's in that room. I'm not gonna make you keep rolling perception until you find it because you know it's in that room.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys are kind of scattered around the room, looking around, checking the walls, all that kind of stuff, until you find over. Right, I'm gonna move Bragdorn right here in that corner. The oil lamp on the wall is slightly askew, and you feel like this might be a thing. You actually turn the sconce of the oil lamp that is conveniently empty, and it turns and opens the secret passage to this roundabout that you were talking about. Swirly staircase leading down.
Okay.
I'm gonna
What-
pull out my big axe and I'm gonna start stomping downstairs.
I'm gonna be behind him.
All right.
I guess I'll be third in line.
All right. Okay. So yeah, the narrow spiral staircase. Excuse me. It's got as you're stepping down the stairs, it's each floorboard is rickety and creaky. Each
I'm
stair
sure my
is.
big ass doesn't help any either.
So this actually, this stairwell is actually in mortared stone instead of the normal wooden walls of the house. Actually, aren't you a large creature, Drakmir?
I
Or-
think so.
I was just curious. It's supposed to be a 5-foot wide stairwell, so you'd have to like shimmy your way down the stairs.
Yeah.
But I was just curious. It won't change anything here.
No, size is still medium.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's right. Or makes sense anyway.
Make sure the switch gets on the charger.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, you were supposed to find it automatically anyways, because she told you where it was. So, look at that. All right. You descend for what feels like forever, until you enter into it's like a kind of a clay wall rock kind of tunnel. It's only about 4 feet wide, but it's 7 feet high. And it almost kind of has a feel of like a mine shaft because it has the timber braces at like every 5 feet.
So I'm kind of crouched over a little bit because I'm 7'2" tall.
So it's a little cramped for you in the corridor here, and you guys are gonna have to move and scroll over to the right and up. And if you wouldn't mind moving your tokens up there. Okay, and I will get to describing this area for you as you do that. From the moment you arrive down in this dank dungeon area, you can actually hear an eerie, like, incessant chant echoing throughout, and it's impossible to really gauge where the sound is right now because it's just kind of echoing around whatever sublayer you're in. As you kind of file down into the quarters, you see that this let's see. Does everybody have dark vision? Does anybody not?
think
I
all of us
do.
Okay.
I'm
So-
checking. I don't remember.
It'll be on the main page, pretty much dead center right above armor class under senses if you have it.
Nope.
Okay, so everybody but Drakmir can see that there's this hallway. Again, kind of like that mine shaft feel to it. Every like 5 feet or so are these wooden braces. It actually does not mention anything about lighting, so it's gonna be pretty dark down here. So yeah, that's where we're at. You see, as you exit the corridor from the stairs to your left, you can tell that it kind of the path dead ends, but then opens to the left. There's a little opening here, diagonal to your left there and in front, and then moving down to your right, down the longer part of the hall, you can tell there are a couple more offshoots from the path that way, and then there's a seems to, for those of you that can tell, it seems that it might open up into a room down there to your right. Again, there's just this eerie like chanting that's kind of can't really tell what it's saying, which is kind of like in the kind of just echoing through the hall.
All right. So Axe, before we go too much further, I'm sorry, Tap. Thorn says he needs to finish up with the next 10 to 15. Is this a better spot to hold? Or
This is actually a perfect spot to. This is kind of you're entering into the other side of this, and
okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. Now, before we wrap up, also from the other fight, do we get experience from that one as well?
Let's see. I gave you experience for like
the
nothing
chest,
right now.
but we didn't get it for the final fight.
I mean, yeah, you do, but let's see, parcels and no.
I know I'm close to leveling again, so.
You all should be fairly close. You should be over
level
700 XP.
900.
All right. I'm at 728.
Yeah, 728.
So
I don't
level
think that
3
one
is when the
fight-
fun things happen.
Yeah, I would say I don't think that one fight's going to be enough to level us, but
We'll find out.
Can we count the fight Thorn and I had? Does that count?
No,
We
I'm
technically
sorry.
defeated a ghost person.
Let me find her. There we go. So where did I add that? I forget. Let's see. Was it parcels? No. Character sheet. There we go.
Dun, dun,
There we
dun.
go. What? Why did it do that?
Just to be stubborn.
There we go. That's for the.
Okay.
Woohoo!
I didn't
Fight
think it'd be enough,
with
but
the-
it was worth a shot.
We're getting ever closer.
Yep.
And yep,
130 away.
Yep.
And
Yep.
yep. Level 3
Yep.
is when the fun things start.
I know, right?
I get my packed boon.
So, ladies and
So-
gentlemen, we appreciate you guys
I'm
stopping
sorry.
by tonight and hanging out with us. Well, that's going to wrap it here. If you want to catch the recap, we will have it on YouTube within the next day or two. We're going to try to do these more often, but we just keep running into off-stream life issues. So we know for sure it's going to be at least once a month, but we're going to try to pick up the frequency. Follow us on Twitter at the Technically Difficult Podcast. You know what it is off the top of your head, Thorn.
I can tell you.
At
It's
TechDiff.
TEK, I think.
Yeah, I've got it here somewhere. I just got to remember where I put it here. The Twitter.
It's TEK underscore difficulty.
Yep.
And we'll post that here in chat in just a second. I added some commands today, but I forgot to add that one.
I just threw it up in Discord so you can copy paste.
Yep, I got it there. Guys, give us a follow over on Twitter there, and you'll know when we go live and when we plan on having this episode. I'm going to try to get, when we know they're going to happen, we're going to try to get them out a little more frequently so that you guys know ahead of time to try to get in here and see there. We are only currently 30 followers away from being at 50, guys. You guys are awesome. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Thorn, when are you gonna go live next?
Uh,
And tell people where they can find you.
Saturday, probably. And that is on mixer.com/th0rnd.
Yara, when you going live next?
Probably tomorrow evening. Most evenings I try and stream something or other. And I'm on Twitch, all that stuff. Yeah. I'm good at this. I'm real good at this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
.tv/Yarrow_ Axe, you don't stream currently. You plan any plans on coming back soon?
The new year.
After the new year.
Along
Great.
with my resolution to never trim my beard again.
There you go.
At least for a year. Or until my wife finally gets irritated and tells me to do it.
Tap, where can we find you and when are you going to be alive next?
So I've actually really been enjoying streaming the new Need for Speed Heat.
Okay.
I don't know why, but it just hits me where I live. So, I will probably be streaming tomorrow, like mid-morning to early afternoon Eastern time at twitch.tv/TapRecBang.
All right, guys, and I am Mad Wolf Gaming. If I'm not live tomorrow night because the Browns do play tomorrow night on Thursday Night Football, I will be live this weekend for sure with playing some Jedi: The Fallen Order. That releases on Friday. I will be playing through that, a full playthrough, consecutively till we complete that game because that looks like a hell of a lot of fun. Couple last things. Keep an eye on our Twitter. Thorn and I are in the process of working on some technically difficult merch. Guys, you're gonna be get ready for the Pardon Our Dust tour. We've been working on this for a little while, and it's great. When you guys see it, you'll love it. So keep an eye on that one. We'll post that as soon as it's ready to go. Pardon Our Dust tour for the Technically Difficult podcast. Last but not least, with the end of the month coming up here, we're going to start kicking in our... This year I'm expanding my own personal charity stream. Every December I stream for 21 days straight for Toys for Tots, for the Marines Toys for Tots campaign. I'm expanding that this year to our Misfits and to other people that are part of the Technically Difficult family. Keep your eyes open for more information on that. We do have a very, very cool prize that we're going to be giving away this year. It's probably our grand prize. I don't know how you guys are thinking, but think about possibly being able to work with an artist to create your own Funko Pop figurine. I've got a guy who's going to work on that for us, and possibly he will make you'll work with him the entire way. You'll get it in about 6 to 8 months, but you'll get to design your own Funko Pop. Something I'm working on. I haven't got it finalized yet, but we are in the process of doing so. And in that same note, we are going to have some Mad Wolf Pops probably coming in that same time frame. So keep an eye out for more information on that, guys. So that's something that's pretty cool. Thank you again, everybody. Have a good night, and we will see you guys very, very soon.
See y'all later.
I think it died. It just kind of